And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Lillard and Simons are the 1 and the 2. Grant and Nurkic, they're inside at the 4 and the 5. And it's Thibault in at the small forward position.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
You know, the first player ever drafted out of Austria. Jakob Poeltl is blazing his own path, inspiring a new wave of basketball players.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
Nurkic a screen on Anunoby. Grant outside. Thibault on the wing. Pass to Lillard. Simons outside. Nurkic with the ball. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Simons. There's a screen by Nurkic. Clock at 4. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Jakob Poeltl. Poeltl's country of Austria, they've never qualified for the games or world championships, Smitty.
You're right, B.A. I know he really carries the flag for Austrian hoops, but the game is growing there because of Jakob Poeltl. Look at what Dirk did for their neighbors in Germany.
Now here's Siakam. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Back to Barnes. Shoots over Thibault. Barnes, no good. Van Vliet against Lillard to the left side wing. Grant, the pass to Lillard. Back to Grant. Puts up a 3. That one no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Here's Anunoby. Deflected.
You see how quickly Grant gets off the floor, sending that one back. Airmail.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Portland again missing. The Raptors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Anunoby. Here's Siakam. Basket counts.
And I'll tell you, Siakam is like a spider in terms of his balance, his reach. He can overwhelm you.
And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Kicks it out to Barnes from outside the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
The drive by Simons, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Agile drive by Anthony Simons. He sees an opening and takes off.
Van Vliet, the pass to Poeltl. Here's Anunoby. No luck on that one, and it's Portland the other way. Over to the wing. Nurkic finds Lillard. Launches it. Poeltl grabs a miss. The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Here's Anunoby. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Anunoby's got 5 now.
Much improved footwork, and he's already strong. Anunoby getting it done inside.
Grant outside. From deep. It's not going to go for him.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game.
13 foul.
There's a minute 40 left in the first. Siakam outside. Grant with a steal.
Good eyes by the defense. Clearly, that's not where he wanted the pass to go. and he's frustrated.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And the Blazers had been a mainstay of the playoffs for so long, up until last year.
Yeah, B.A., they ended an 8-year streak by missing the playoffs. The franchise has had a lot of sustained success. They missed the playoffs just 15 times in their 50-plus years.
The Raptors have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Grant with a steal. Lillard with the ball. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Thibault. Outside for Grant. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard passes to Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
The high basketball IQ of Damian Lillard showing up, moving the ball to the open man.
Anunoby with it. Here he goes. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Matisse Thybulle.
So he's still polishing the skill set. Anunoby has the size and versatility that every team wants out of his wings.
Lillard passes to Nurkic. Outside Thybulle. Outside for Grant. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Simons. Pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's OG Anunoby making things happen. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
I like how Fred VanVleet stays patient. Eyes up, finds the breakdown in the defense.
The drive by Simons. Good. And anytime a player is asked about pressure, they'll say, I don't feel it. Smitty, I don't believe him.
No, you shouldn't be. I think what they're doing is, obviously, you don't want to show weakness. And it's about different players, how they manage it. And I think some players do a better job than others.
It was stolen by Lillard. Outside Thybulle. Lillard against Anunoby. Back to Thybulle. Pass to Nurkic to the paint. Clock at 6. There's Simons with a 3. Barnes with the rebound. The Raptors with a lead. Now Pirtle. Kicks it out to Barnes. Drains the triple. Barnes has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low. Here's Grant. No good that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. For Toronto, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. How about the last couple of years for Jeremy Grant?
BA, 6'8", playing the 3 or the 4. He's really found some comfort in scoring the basketball. Followed up his best season with another great offensive performance last year.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And when you look at VanVleet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
And VanVleet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, B.A. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. All right. Let's check check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. Achua's checked in for Toronto. Porter Jr. comes in for Anunoby.
It's rare for an undrafted player to make an impact, but Fred VanVleet has earned his spot in the league. The sixth man on a title team back in 2019, and he's become an all-star.
Good on both. Well, Smitty, VanVleet's become an all-star. Is he the best undrafted player in the NBA, you think?
Well, B.A., Ben Wallace is the standard, a multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year winner. Champions like Bruce Bowen and Udonis Haslem, they're right up there. But Fred VanVleet has a chance when it's all said and done to be the best.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
The Raptors shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
Aggressive move by Porter, answering critics who say he sometimes takes too much of a back seat.
From deep, Johnson, and he buries his first look.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Johnson against VanVleet. Pass to Porter. Over Johnson. And another basket for Toronto.
Hard to shake Porter's focus. Good at staying in control on the way up.
Outside Johnson. To the right side. Reddish on the wing. It's tipped. And here they come. Ball's going up the court. And it's Achua. That time on the assist by Porter. Achua's gotten his first points in this one.
There's always been a level of savvy to Porter's game. Beautiful pass.
Here's Johnson. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Achua with a screen on Johnson. Here's VanVleet. Here's Porter, and there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And Smitty, the Toronto Raptors, the lone Canadian team in the NBA, they take great pride in that.
Since the Grizzlies relocated to Memphis in 2001, Canada has belonged to the Raptors. BA, you can tell they take pride in this. They don't just represent the city of Toronto, but the entire country.
Now here's Johnson. 7 points in the game. Little, no good. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Back to Porter. Left side, Anunoby. Outside, Porter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Outside, Johnson. Pass to Eubanks. The shot, no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Boucher outside. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. For Portland, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Here's Eubanks. Outside Reddish. Pass to Johnson. There's the triple. Can't hit that one. And the Raptors call time here.
It'll be a Raptors time. If you want a free shirt, you need to get to all the boys you've got right now. Fans, let's hear it for the Jabberwockies.
And here's Porter outside. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Toronto Raptors.
29. The Trailblazers, 21. Fans, get ready for the Jabberwockies.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boy, without question, OG Anunoby displaying all his skills today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. We've got Nasir Little. Johnson is out there with Sharp. Then there's Cam Reddish. And it's Eubanks in at the 5. Now here's Johnson. Outside Reddish. Five to shoot. That shot off the mark. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. The Raptors with a lead.
And what impresses you about Pascal Siakam is his tremendous length with an intimidating 7'3" wingspan.
Siakam, no good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
The kick out to Johnson. To the left wing. Three-pointer Sharp. No good on the shot. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Siakam outside. Got a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. A line change here for Portland. Van Vliet against Lillard. Count that bucket. Van Vliet's got 8. And that length of Siakam really comes in handy on both ends, Smitty.
BA, he's tough to guard because he's able to get his shots up over most guys due to that length. And then on the defensive end, capable of guarding the post and the perimeter.
Oh, wait. Big finish. Big time. And, man, did they need that.
You can tell he's trying to get him going with that dunk.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
I liked what I saw on both ends that time, hustling on defense to create some offense.
Now here's Pirtle. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Barnes. 5 on the clock. Van Vliet with it. The 3. The shot won't fall. Lillard against Van Vliet. Lillard outside. Stolen by Siakam. Here comes Toronto on the push. And Nurkic with the block.
Putting that intimidating size to work, Nurkic manages to knock it away.
Pass to Graham. Out to the right wing. Lillard outside. And here's Nurkic. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Raptors.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
Porter Jr., he's checked in for Van Vliet. And Siakam, here we go. And Anunoby for 3. And the officials call the over the back. A little too aggressive there.
That's his first.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
Beautiful to the eyes. That's good fundamental basketball. You love to see that playing the right way.
And the Raptors making a change here. Boucher's checked in. And Grant gets it to go. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Toronto. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Just 5 to shoot. And they'll get another chance. Nurkic back to Thibault. Pass to Lillard. Pirtle with the block.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Trailblazers call time here. And as solid as Pirtle is during the game, his free throws, Grant, can be an issue.
BA. It really limits his minutes during close games late. You know, he's right around 50% for his career. he has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
Johnson, he's checked in for Portland. And it's in there. Siakam's got 5.
Strong finish. Siakam with great balance, able to complete the play through contact.
Pass to Thibault. Back to Simons. And stolen by Boucher. Johnson against Porter. Siakam for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Here's the break. Grant, the pass to Simons. Back to Grant. The kick out to Johnson. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
And Toronto calls time here. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Chris Boucher's coaches and teammates love seeing this. They know how efficient he can be inside.
Pass to Eubanks. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Toronto with a 9-point cushion at the end of the... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Portland trailing here. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Chris Boucher out there with Otto Porter. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
You can tell Simons has this shot dialed in. He's a very accurate range shooter.
And here's Siakam for 3. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist in this one. Simons against Boucher. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Pirtle finds Siakam.
Using that length to attack inside Siakam's a major challenge for any defender to stop.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Something I've noticed is how aggressive they've been on driving the basketball. Time and time again, they've turned cracks in the defense into points.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
And here's Grant from the arc. Thibault passes to Lillard. There's a screen by Nurkic. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. And Nurkic throws it down.
I love it. Nurkic rattling the iron.
The Raptors with a lead. Barnes passes to Boucher. Barnes in the post. He's covered by Simons. He's got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Grant. And Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Van Vliet comes in for Porter Jr. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Siakam, pass to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. The 3-pointer off the mark. For Portland, they've gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Pass to Thibault. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now Siakam shoots over Grant. Here's Pirtle. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Raptors lead by 9.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Outside for Grant. Fires from deep. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist from Grant.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Here's Pirtle. Kicks it out to Barnes. And it's off from 3-point range. Portland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. And Anunoby against Lillard. Let's go with a three. He buries it from three. Now just a three-point Raptor lead.
No moment is too big for Dame. He specializes in hitting timely shots.
Siakam gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, Siakam's earned these opportunities. He can get you buckets when you really need them.
And here are the Trailblazers now. After the basket by Toronto. Lillard passes to Graham. Back to Lillard. Shoots over Anunoby. Lillard outside. Pass to Graham. For three. Barnes with the rebound.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
Now here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
The coaches have to love when Pascal Siakam gets in a scoring groove. He's capable of making a big impact on the scoreboard.
Lillard against Anunoby. Pass to Nurkic from the arc. Hurdle grabs a miss. Hurdle's got his sixth rebound on the night. A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Van Vliet. Offline with a three. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Lillard fires away from way outside. The quick look, no good that time. Toronto has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Hello, Scotty Barnes throws it down. Okay, young fella.
And here's Nurkic for three. He can't hit that time. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. And Anunoby for three. They get it again. Barnes, count it. And now an 11-point Raptor lead.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Outside Anunoby. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Hurdle finds Barnes. Right wing. Hurdle with the ball. Thibault picks him up. The kick out to Van Vliet. And here's Siakam for three. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Trailblazers.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
8 seconds left in the final quarter. Now Lillard. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. Even early on in this game. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
Get ready for folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Johnson. He's out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at center.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
Bridges against Anunoby. Bridges passes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Authoritative move by Simmons, throwing it down on the defense.
Siakam outside. And stolen by Simmons. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody down. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam. The Nets shooting their first free throws of this. Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
Now here's Barnes. Here's Anunoby. It's sent back down by Simmons.
An excellent defender, whether Simmons is in the post or roaming the perimeter. He's a shot-blocking threat.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Here's Barnes, following the three-pointer by Brooks. And again, no good by Toronto.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Takes it out to Siakam. Dinwiddie with it. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
Now here's Johnson. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Bridges finds Johnson. Back to Bridges. Van Vliet with it. Bridges covering. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For 3, Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. A shot off that. Time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Purtle. He takes it in. Johnson with the rebound.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Pass to Bridges. Back to Johnson. Simmons sets a screen for Johnson. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Siakam inside. Simmons is there.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Simmons inside. Covered by Siakam.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Hurdle finds Siakam. Now Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Toronto calls timeout. And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
Toronto with the ball. They trail by 7. Clock at 4. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-4 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Johnson dishes to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Barnes down low. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Porter. And it's Pirtle in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. And of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much. Now, here's Porter. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
In your younger days, RJ, you had seasons where you averaged over 22 points a game. Some players later in their careers struggle accepting smaller roles, different roles. As a player, talk about that challenge.
Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes it can work great for you, and sometimes it can work against you. For me personally, as I got older, I loved finding the challenge. And the challenge was, how could I star in my role? Was it as a 10-point-a-game scorer? Was it as a 20-point-a-game scorer? Or was it as a 5-point-a-game scorer? Because ultimately, you have a chance to have an impact on the game. And I love basketball, so I was going to take any role you were going to give me.
What a great answer. So in other words, you've always got to evolve.
You always get to evolve, and it's always going to be adapt or die, especially as you get older. You have to adapt or your career is going to end. I would have never played 17 years if I didn't adapt.
Nets on defense. Following the basket by Otto Porter. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Brooklyn leading by 4. Simmons feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Misses the 3. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Dinwiddie. And stolen by Barnes. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shot's good by Simmons.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
Here's Barnes. On the wing, Porter. Siakam, a screen on Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. Siakam finds Porter. Back to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Birtle, the pass to Barnes. And here is Siakam. This one for 3. Anunoby in the corner. Siakam against Dinwiddie. Siakam's shot is off. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Claxton the pass to Johnson. Going inside. Toronto grabs the miss. Toronto calls timeout. And a new group in for the Nets. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Johnson. Thomas checked in for Bridges. And it's Seth Curry in for Dinwiddie. There's the pass to Boucher. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Thomas passes to Curry. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Nets lead by 5.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Count it. Good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Simmons. Curry deciding where to go with it. Dishes to Thomas. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the Raptors call time here. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Anunoby. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And a huge 3 there to chop the lead down as we go into the break. But still, anyone's game.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Nets lead by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted area seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Bridges, and it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. Here's Pirtle, plays it up and banks it in.
When Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the D is toast. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchise.
And they've got the star power and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get the players to fill the role? And Brooklyn has possession. 6 to shoot. Pass to Finney Smith. Takes a 3. He can't hit that shot. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Barnes with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Passes it to Purdy. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Nets leading by 5. On the wing, Johnson, defended by Pirtle. Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Makes it off the glass. Claxton's got 5 points so far.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film. If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Bridges for 3. Offensive rebound. They get a hand on it. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Barnes kicks to Van Vliet. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Siakam. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin, Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Van Vliet with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. And finished off by Siakam.
So impressive with the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Here's Siakam. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
A high-energy wing with a solid all-around skill set. Siakam is developing into a quality go-to scorer. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Claxton, the pass to Johnson. Launches it. Fred Van Vliet grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Goes up on the block. And Siakam with the nice bucket inside. Siakam's got 16 points.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
And now Barnes running the floor all by himself. Dinwiddie with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. Dinwiddie kicks to Finney Smith. Back to Dinwiddie. There's 47 seconds left in the third. And the Raptors call time here.
I need to hear you at your very loudest. 2+1.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. Guarded by Simmons. Van Vliet looking around. Pass to Boucher. Over Thomas. O'Neal with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And there's the pass to Curry. There's 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. That gives them the lead. Curry's got his second basket. And Toronto has possession. It's a one-point game. Van Vliet passes to Porter. Van Vliet outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Porter is out there with Young. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Chris Boucher. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Van Vliet kicks to Young. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Johnson comes in for Harris. Bridges is checked in for Thomas. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Curry.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Goes back up. And Simmons with the rebound. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And we've talked about this. When Simmons takes initiative, good things tend to happen.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors. A new group in now for the Raptors. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then. Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. To the inside. Outside for Simmons. Pass to Claxton. Bridges against Anunoby. Just 3 to shoot. Johnson outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And wiry strong, Siakam just snakes inside and makes a nice play off the contact.
A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their careers.
Here's Claxton, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his second personal foul.
And he can't get the first one.
At the line for the Nets.
That one is no good. And Siakam has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
I'm just so impressed with Siakam's offensive improvement over the years. I mean, he's mastering the ability to play in attack mode.
At the line for Toronto.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Nets trail by 3. Simmons passes to Bridges. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Van Vliet outside. Anunoby with the screen for Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. From past the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn. Johnson surveying the floor. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. To tie it up. Here's Simmons. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Takes it out to Siakam. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That's on Ben Simmons. And he makes the second one, and it's a 3-point game.
And Siakam wants to be the guy for this team, especially in these types of high-pressure situations.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Johnson for 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Siakam. Puts the move on. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 6 assists now in the game. Dinwiddie against Van Vliet. Passes it to Claxton. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Claxton. No good that time. And Toronto will go the other way with it. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
1:04 left in the game. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Toronto leading by 6. Barnes outside. The kick out to Porter. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Anunoby. Second chance shot. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight. This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the 3. And they recover it. Latrey. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
And so Toronto takes this, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown...
Their job's basic tonight. Get a W on their home court. And it'll be the Trailblazers off the tip. And the starting lineup for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Bridges against Simons. To the wing, right side. Screen by Claxton. Simmons with it. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Well, Doris, we're expecting most of the action to come out of the backcourt in this game.
No, exactly, VA. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those two positions.
Here's Claxton. Bridges outside. And Claxton gets the bucket.
You know, guys, that's the selfless attitude of Mikal Bridges. So willing to give it up to an open guy.
And here's Simons outside. Portland again missing. Now the Nets with it. That's tipped. It's stolen by Thibault. Nurkic finds Lillard. Now here's Grant. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Bridges against Nurkic. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Bridges against Simons. And here's Simmons. 4 on the clock.
And Grant works hard on the defensive end of the floor. His activity and wingspan, big hands, really paying dividends. Guys, it seems to me that what's gotten lost in all the criticism of Ben Simmons shooting is the fact that this guy is still very special at the things he is very capable of doing.
PA, did you see his elevation? Unbelievable.
Man, he's a powerhouse, isn't he? And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay.
A floor general like Lillard won't miss that assist. He easily spots the wide open shooter and connects.
Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. Poke loose. Lillard with the ball. Picked up by Simmons. To the middle. Here we go. Bridges passes to Johnson. Takes a three. Simons with a rebound. And Simmons has taken a ton of heat recently.
He really has, BA, but it seems to me he's ready to prove his doubters wrong. Maybe he uses all that criticism as motivation to finally improve his shooting, because absolutely on the defensive end, this guy is a terror. And in transition, he puts a ton of pressure on you.
At the line.
And it's tied up with that one.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Bridges passes to Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
This is a real specialty of Ben Simmons, the ability to go after it on the glass.
Inside. Lillard outside. And the three-pointer goes. Lillard's got 5.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Simmons, here we go. No good. Hey, great D that time from Grant. Lillard with the ball. Picked up by Simmons. Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bridges. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. And he drives in. Here's Simmons. And there's the call on Yusuf Nurkic. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bridges passes to Simmons. Grant with a steal.
When you're in tight quarters, that can be an awkward pass to make.
Oh, Grant throws it down.
Well, Jeremy Grant is becoming adept at how to finish the alley-oop. Devastates the defense with a terrific look.
Simmons with a screen on Simons to the inside. It's rebounded by Grant. Portland leading. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Here's Lillard. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Come on, man. Did you see? I mean, just using his strong frame to absorb the contact and still able to finish. Wow.
Bridges outside. Up in time. No good on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Trailblazers, what do you guys think?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. We've got Ben Simmons, also Cameron Johnson out there. Mikal Bridges is out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
So it's Brooklyn now. The Blazers making their last shot. Tipped. Now Grant. Simons outside. Grant with a screen on Dinwiddie. And here's Simons outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simons.
And Yusuf Nurkic, a solid role player, fits well into any team environment. A great passer and doesn't need touches to contribute.
Pass to Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
So impressive is the athleticism of Ben Simmons.
And stolen by Simmons. Dinwiddie outside. That's good from Simmons on the assist by Dinwiddie. Simmons has gotten 4 this quarter, and we saw last year. Nurkic can also act as a mentor with young players.
Yeah, B.A., and that's a great veteran presence from Nurkic. Not a star player by any means, but a player everyone would want on their team.
Bridges against Lillard. From downtown. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Simmons. It's stolen by Thibault. And here's the fast break. And here's Nurkic. And stolen by Simmons. And now the Nets on the break. Lets it go. It's stolen by Nurkic. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Thibault passes to Lillard. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Nurkic. Outside for Grant. Fires the 3. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer. And he'll head to the line.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
And you talk about a basketball family. Jeremy Grant's father was a pro. His uncle, his brothers. I mean, plenty of competition growing up.
And he makes all 3. And even though Jeremy grew up around the game, you know, success wasn't handed to him, Grant.
Not at all. I mean, he was a second-round pick out of Syracuse. And he's really had to prove himself as an NBA player. He has truly come a long way.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Just a big-time answer from Lillard. He competes as hard as anyone in this league.
And Dinwiddie, here we go. Up and in on the layup. Dinwiddie's got 7.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
Portland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Simons outside, out left to the wing. And here's Grant from the arc. Brooklyn with the board.
and he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Bridges outside. Dinwiddie against Simons. Dinwiddie passes to Simmons. Hey, great D that time from Grant.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
The Nets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Pass to Claxton. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
A line change here for Portland. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. O'Neal, he's checked in for Claxton. Harris comes in for Johnson. Thomas, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Curry in for Dinwiddie.
What I love is the confidence that Seth Curry plays with, and it has him attacking the defense. A little bit too physical there defensively.
And he sinks the second.
Guys, when you consider the firepower that the Nets have, obviously built to contend, but the defensive end has got to improve. We know championships are built and begin with the defensive side of the floor.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Little. The kick out to Johnson. Three-pointer. And it's Harris with the rebound. Brooklyn trailing. Up top Curry. Here's Little. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
4-3. Here's Simmons. Pass to O'Neal. They swipe it. Harris against Reddish. Here's Little. Connects from downtown. And it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the Trailblazers shooting 40% in the second quarter so far. They set the screen. Pass to Johnson. Here's Eubanks. Simmons defending. Back to Eubanks. Here's Little. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Ben Simmons. First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. Now here's Curry. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Portland finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. We'll be back in a moment. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Wow, Damian Lillard really having a great game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Sharp. Cam Reddish is out there with Nasir Little. Then there's Johnson. And it's Eubanks in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Now here's Curry. Back to Finney-Smith. The 3 is up. Can't get it to drop. Portland's shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Here's Eubanks. Pass to Little. Here's Sharp. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. The kick out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. Little. It's good on the putback. And it's a 12-point Portland lead.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Portland grabs the miss. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Little. O'Neal pulls it in. Brooklyn has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Three-pointer. Left side, Finney Smith. They set the pick. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
Here's Little. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Little's got 12 points.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Curry. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Now, Dorian Finney-Smith has the ability athletically to finish near the cup, and he does so there.
Pass to Little. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
A full line change here for Brooklyn. Now here's Bridges. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Great positioning on the putback.
As usual, he's right there to save the play. Nice timing on the tip in.
Here's Lillard. After the basket by Brooklyn. Fires for three. That shot missing. Here's Claxton. Defended by Lillard. Bridges against Simons. Off target with the three. Portland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Lillard outside. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Dinwiddie. All alone on the break. Here's Claxton. Finished off the break. He has 6.
That'll definitely steal away some momentum, stripping them of the ball and then grabbing the bucket.
Boy, you think about the start of Spencer Dinwiddie's career. It was rocky. This guy falls to the second round. He gets waived a couple of times. It wasn't until he found his way to the Nets that he started to find his footing.
Here's Simons. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Simmons up top. Give him 8 points now. Dinwiddie against Lillard. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And the Blazers making a change here. Grant's checked in.
Now the lineup for your Trailblazers, Jeremy Grant.
The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got rebound number 7 tonight. Three-pointer Bridges. And they get it back. Simmons finds Bridges. Back to Simmons. Bridges with it. From behind the arc. Here's Claxton. And so it's Portland closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Brooklyn, Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Cameron Johnson. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. Here's Reddish. And that one's long.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Simmons with it. Picked up by Reddish. Johnson against Johnson. Eubanks the screen.
Portland foul. Drew Eubanks.
A big group substitution here for Portland. Nurkic is checked in for Eubanks. Thibault comes in for Reddish. Simons is checked in for Sharp. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Johnson. Simmons with a screen on Simons. Bridges passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Bridges. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard fires away from way outside. And it's Thibault missing. The Nets shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Bridges against Simons. Pass to Claxton. Out to Bridges. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Lillard outside. And the dunk by Lillard.
Oh, a terrific athlete. I love when Lillard uses his vertical to hammer it down.
They double him with Simons. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Just a superb read on defense to come up with a block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
Outside Simmons. Pass to Johnson. Simmons with a screen on Thibault. Now Bridges. Shot clock at 5. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Jusuf Nurkic picks one up.
Well, you can see the confidence that Mikal Bridges has in himself. This guy's going to take pride in going up strong, forcing the issue, and getting himself to the foul line.
Bridges hits them both. For Portland, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. There's a screen by Nurkic. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Lillard against Bridges. Lillard passes to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. There's Simons with a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Simmons has got 5 rebounds in the game. Dinwiddie left side. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in, and he trims the lead to single digits.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Outside for Grant. Yes. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Trailblazers lead by 11. And for the Nets, they're shooting only 39% so far in the game. Dinwiddie outside. Hits the 3-pointer. Dinwiddie's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Takes a step back. Lillard got a good look. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
The defense was certainly a little late in reacting to the step back.
Thibault against Dinwiddie. And there's the call on Jusuf Nurkic. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Dinwiddie with it. 6 to shoot. From deep 3-point range. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Trailblazers.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the 2 benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Damian Lillard.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Simmons with a screen on Lillard. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. And the Nets miss again. And here's Lillard. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. A clean win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
matchup in the backcourt. Let's rewind here a little bit. Go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift, but I did love playing one John Barry.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, down low.
And Lillard just has the quicks right there. If you give him any space, he's going to get in that gap.
And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Raptors. 4-point game. Pass to Anunoby. From deep. Toronto gets it back with a new 14.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
The drive by Nurkic. Grant sets a screen for Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Pirtle with the steal. Barnes passes to Anunoby. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Now, here's Lillard. The pass to Grant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
Well, Grant showing some toughness on that play. He welcomes the contact. He's so athletic, goes right through it that time.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer. But what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his abilities. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And the layup is good.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. VanVleet's a strong finisher for his size.
Pass to Nurkic. Nurkic setting the pick for Simon. Back to Nurkic. Pass to Simons. Another shot. Nurkic kicks to Thibault. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Pass to Siakam. And that one hits back iron.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And it's Grant in the corner. The three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
VanVleet passes to Siakam. They now take the lead.
And great find by VanVleet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Crafty move. Thibault finds Nurkic. Back to Thibault. The pass to Nurkic. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
Siakam with it. Some solid defense from Grant.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
And Lillard's drive and what he gives to this locker room is undeniable.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the second free throw, good.
And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes, but it's not a rebuild. This new look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long term.
Porter's checked in for the Raptors. Now here's Barnes. No points in the game yet for him. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Toronto trailing. Here's Porter. That one, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Porter. Nobody near Nurkic. And Pirtle pulls it down. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Anunoby from deep three-point range. He goes up again. Barnes dishes to Pirtle. Anunoby has the open look. Knocks down the three ball. Anunoby's got 5 now.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Lillard the pass to Thibault. Back to Lillard. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Raptors lead. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Thibault in at the 3 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Toronto now. Up top, Anunoby. Covered by Simons. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Porter. Shoots over Lillard. Porter, no luck. Deflects the pass. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 2.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Siakam's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Brady, take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Off target with his 3. From deep, here's Porter. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Grant. Lillard against Anunoby. Thibault kicks to Simons. Back to Thibault. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. From the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Porter with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
The awareness, something people don't always talk enough about with Porter. That's a great find there.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Now here's Sharp. Misses in close. Porter looking it over. Siakam for 3. Sinks the triple. Siakam's got the lead up to 5 now for the Raptors.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Sharp the pass to Reddish. Pass to Eubanks. And here's Sharp. And the wide open shot from Reddish. Offline with his 3. Raptors leading by 5. Right side, Porter. Siakam outside. Beyond the arc. Eubanks grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Really, the right play defensively, if you can't block, force him to the line.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Barnes.
Putting that athleticism to excellent use. Little slamming it down.
Siakam outside. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 5. And it's Little finishing it off.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And here's Sharp. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 1:05 left in the second quarter.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
Little sets a screen for Johnson. He kicks it to Little from deep. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Porter. Back to Anunoby. Shot from the low block. And it's Porter getting it to go. Now it's a 7-point Toronto lead.
Yeah, showing he's not just a catch-and-shoot guy on the perimeter. Porter attacking.
Here's Little. Unable to get that one. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Reddish grabs the rebound. Now Little. On the wing, Johnson. Little sets a screen for Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure. All right, David, thank you. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far.
Let's hear it for your Trailblazers team.
And so Van Fleet will bring it up for the Raptors, leading by 5. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. The forwards are Anunoby and Siakam. And Van Fleet out there with Chris Boucher. Johnson with it. To the middle. Here's Sharp. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. He's off on the first. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Eubanks. Grant comes in for Nasir Little. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Reddish. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Johnson. The Raptors also with a sub. Myrtle's checked in. Passes to Boucher. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Boucher's got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team. And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Anunoby passes to Purdy. Here's Boucher. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the paint. It's deflected. And Vliet on the wing from downtown. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Pirtle with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got his first basket.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot, just abusing the defense down in the paint.
And it's Lillard missing. Raptors leading by 6. Here's Anunoby. A three-pointer is right on target. Anunoby's got 10 points.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Nurkic. And a miss there on the triple. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
And sometimes a trade is exactly what a player needs. And that was the case with Yusuf Nurkic.
Back in 2017, you remember, it was Jokic, Nurkic, back and forth. They were getting limited playing time, and then finally there was a trade that allowed Nurkic to get from Denver to Portland, and he's kind of doubled up everything in terms of his production since then.
Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Lillard, right side. And they get it. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in this game. Barnes kicks to Van Vliet. Pirtle with a screen on Simon. Pirtle finds Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
He was all alone on that one. He's got 8.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Raptors leading by 16. Pass to Anunoby from deep 3-point range, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
1:29 left in the third quarter of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nurkic, no good on the 3.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Who won the feature? Raptors ball starts the second half. Let's hear it for your Trailblazers D.
Van Vliet against Johnson. Lets it go with the 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Siakam for 3. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Off target from 3-point range.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Johnson outside. The shake. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Siakam.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Here's Toronto. They're on an 18-7 run. Shoots it up. Boucher's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 15. Johnson kicks to Little. To the left side wing. Sharp, that's good. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And for Little, that's a quality find right there, just dropping that pass.
Three-pointer, and he's good on the three ball. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Johnson, Little out there with Cameron Reddish. Then it's Sharp, and it's Eubanks in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here's Sharp. Defense right on him. Kicks it out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And a wide open look for Porter. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
A sound decision maker offensively. Porter doesn't hesitate on those catch and shoot jumpers.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, OG Anunoby.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. Here's Barnes. It's hauled in by Thibault. Trailblazers trail by 13. Nurkic a screen on Porter. And it's Lillard missing.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Here's Porter. Oh, tried to dunk it all, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And it's important that Porter stays aggressive. When he does this, it helps force the D's hand.
And the Raptors making a change here. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Porter against Simon. Here's Grant. Thibault on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. And Simon's wide open. He'll fire. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Raptors leading by 15. Outside Porter. Inside Barnes. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Thibault's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
You know, not many guys can change pace on the dribble the way Lillard does it. Just phenomenal.
The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Barnes passes to Anunoby. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose. Grant kicks to Simons. Connects from three-point range. Simons has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Porter passes to Siakam. Now here's Anunoby. Outside Porter. There's the triple. Second chance effort. And the layup by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 12 points in just the second half.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
It's tipped. Shot clock at 6. And Lillard gets double teamed. Grant gets a wide open look. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists now in this one. Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 11. 1:12 left here in the fourth quarter. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's Portland with the 3.
And Lillard right now doing some heavy lifting for the ball club on the offensive end.
And the pass to Simons. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Toronto. Siakam outside. Back to Porter.
And what you like about Porter, he can do a little bit of everything for you. Defend it, rebound it, space the floor, and he's unselfish.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And he makes both free throws.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Here's Lillard. Simons finds Lillard. And it's Thibault in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. The kick out to Porter. Good on the triple.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin.
Down of valuable win on the road. Here we go. It'll be the Nets off the tip. Now Dinwiddie. So the Raptors starting five. The forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. OG Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Pirtle in at the 5.
As point guards go, I don't know that anyone can throw it down like Simmons. He dunks more than most centers do.
The Raptors are taking a patient approach. They understand to get back to a championship level, they've got to grow from within.
Here's Bridges, following the bucket by the Raptors. Jacks up a 3. First shot won't go.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Anunoby can't get it to go. And despite setting their sights on the future, Smitty, last season the Raptors still claimed the 5th seed in the East.
Exceeding expectations, that's what they do. And with their great player development program, they have every reason to believe they'll continue to improve.
Bridges with it. VanVleet covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Siakam for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Nets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Claxton. Out to Bridges. Lots of room. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. And it's Vince Sanity himself, Vince Carter, in the building tonight.
And talk about a spectacular career. Really helped launch basketball in Toronto and the entire country of Canada. And of course, elevated the Nets as well in his 5 years with this team.
Now here's Simmons. The kick out to Johnson. Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Here's Bridges. Pass to Johnson. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. VanVleet finds Siakam. Back to VanVleet. And stolen by Bridges. The 3. Knocks down the long J. Bridges has got 5 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
That 2021 draft class was stacked with talent. You look at a guy like Scotty Barnes. He went 4th overall, a player any team would love to have.
Here's Anunoby. Good. And VanVleet gets the assist.
He's heady. He's unselfish. All VanVleet does is make winning plays.
Now here's Bridges. He's got 5. Takes it inside. Shoots over Anunoby. Dinwiddie outside. 5 to shoot. Doubled by VanVleet. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. You know what sticks out with Barnes is his versatility on both ends of the court.
BA, let's talk about the defensive end. He is disruptive. He has a 7'3" wingspan, and he can guard 1 through 5. Offensively, he can handle, pass, and score. The sky is the limit for Scotty Barnes, BA.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Pirtle. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Second shot opportunity, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Dinwiddie against VanVleet. Outside Simmons. Driving in. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Ben Simmons.
He does not get the second one. The Raptors have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Wing shot on the way. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Simmons. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Pass to Barnes. There's the 3. And here's Siakam for 3. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Stolen by Anunoby. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Driving inside. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
Much improved footwork, and he's already strong. Anunoby getting it done inside.
The Nets with a lead. It's Bridges on the wing. Anunoby covering. Releases. Doesn't go for him.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
3 seconds left. The shot misses. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Nets out in front, up by 4.
Your next U16 team.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
So for the Raptors right now, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Otto Porter is out there with Chris Boucher, and it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. Here's Simmons. Toronto grabs the miss. Up top, Barnes. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the shot's good. And they say to win big, sometimes you have to sacrifice. Tell us exactly what that means, though, in basketball terms, Smith.
What it means, B.A., as a player, you might have to accept a more defined role. Most players grew up as the best player on their team. When you're on a contending team, sometimes you have to just star in your role.
Porter finds Barnes. Here's Siakam. Here's the 3. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What an athlete. Barnes flushes that one home.
Porter against Dinwiddie. Pass to Bridges. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound in this one. Porter against Dinwiddie. And then Porter with the dunk.
Aggressive move by Porter, answering critics who say he sometimes takes too much of a backseat.
Porter Bridges buries it from 3. Bridges has got 6 in the quarter.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Siakam for 3. The shot that time not on target. And Brooklyn will go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Simmons. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They lead by 4. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 tonight. Pass to Boucher. Stolen by Bridges. From deep. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play. It's always risky to throw the double team at someone. You have to be aware of who you're leaving open.
Simmons with a screen on Boucher. 3-pointer, Bridges. Porter pulls it in.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
1:49 left to play in the half. That one drops for him.
I like this strategy, getting Porter into the catch-and-shoot situation, giving him a chance to make a play.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Sends it home from three-point land. Dinwiddie's got 8 points.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Tries again. Here's Pirtle. Timeout called, the Raptors. A full line change here for Brooklyn. And the Raptors making a change here. Here's Barnes. Second chance shot. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
That close in against a way shorter defender, you could just put up 2.
Porter against Curry. Takes the 3. The shot off that time. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Outside Porter. Anunoby, a screen on Curry. Porter against Curry. The shot's good. Porter's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He's able to do this now because of the added strength. Porter muscling it home.
Porter against Curry. This one for 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Outside Porter. Outside for Boucher. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Boucher.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Here's Curry. Curry with another miss. Timeout called, the Raptors. Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter.
Timeout. Start it. We got some t-shirts. What's exciting fans in the building? If you want one, put your hands in the air and wave those babies like you just did.
Anunoby for 3. The shot no good. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been
24. 26.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Mikal Bridges, Nicholas Claxton out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Cameron Johnson, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Oh, my. Big Ben showing us how it's done.
Here's Boucher for 3. Van Vliet, the pass to Anunoby. Van Vliet outside. Outside Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Siakam pulls down the board. The Raptors with a lead. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Boucher outside. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Hurdles checked in for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Boucher. Van Vliet outside. Here's Anunoby, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Love seeing this from Anunoby, getting into a rhythm and staying after it.
And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense, Grant.
Hey, BA, an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
Pass to Claxton. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Claxton. Now Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. And Claxton gets the bucket. Claxton's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The 3 from Barnes. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Sinks the tray.
You have to respect Fred's range. If not, he'll make you pay.
For 3, Bridges. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Siakam, no good.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Here's Simmons. And it's Simmons slamming it home.
Just about 7 feet. Simmons is a different kind of player. He's got point guard handles.
Pass to Van Vliet. Beyond the arc. Here's Anunoby. Right wing. Pirtle. Pass to Barnes. Anunoby for 3. Ben Simmons grabs the board. The Nets have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. From deep, Johnson gets the 3 to fall. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
I'm not sure why they aren't going to him more. He's scoring the ball so well.
3-pointer, Van Vliet. Barnes passes to Siakam. The 3-ball. Toronto the rebound. Pass to Pirtle. And here's Van Vliet. Picked by Pirtle. Van Vliet misses. Brooklyn has got 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Dinwiddie against Van Vliet for the lead. And the Nets another 3.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
In this half, a more entertaining one. The pace is picked up, tougher defense, better ball movement.
And Toronto calls time here. So both teams making some changes here. Toronto trailing. Quarter a screen. Here's Barnes. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good work inside. Barnes showing how skilled he is close to the rim.
There's 48 seconds left in the third. For Toronto, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Quarter hits them both. Brooklyn's got 4 of 8 attempts to fall from deep here in the third quarter. Thomas. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Thomas has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Siakam for 3. That shot off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Boucher against Curry. Screen by O'Neal. Releases. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now it's a 4-point Nets lead. Curry with a steal. Here's Thomas. Shoots over Siakam. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third. Both teams putting up some points.
Please give a big round of applause for your next youth team.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Brooklyn with the ball. So for the Raptors right now, the forward duo, the athletic pair of Barnes and Siakam. Chris Boucher out there with Otto Porter. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8, looking comfortable out there.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Barnes, it's good.
Elevating his playmaking over time, Siakam recognizes when his teammates have clean looks.
Simmons drives in, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, he really fought for that one, battling through contact to complete the play.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Brooklyn?
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now, and the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. Simmons with a screen on Siakam. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks it from distance. And the Nets lead by 9.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And slam dunk by Simmons.
Yeah, check out Simmons utilizing his reach, coming up with a steal and starting a fast break.
And then Siakam with the jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Bridges misses. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. And here's Siakam for 3 on target from range.
That play shows you how much confidence this team has in Siakam's shot. They set him up perfectly.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Pass to Claxton. And that one is hammered home.
I'll tell you, at his size, once he gets it in there, it's over.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Oh, Simmons with the block.
Oh, what a swat by Simmons, using his size and reach to bat away the shot.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. 3-pointer, Bridges. Rebound by the Raptors.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
From a role player to an elite talent, Pascal Siakam continues to impress with his all-around game.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
Brooklyn has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Outside Simmons. With the drive. Here's Claxton. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Claxton's got 5 points in the quarter.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
Dinwiddie outside. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Back to Claxton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now it's an 11-point Nets lead. Out to the right wing. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Anunoby, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide-open man.
Bridges outside. Down low. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Siakam. Outside Anunoby. Back to Van Vliet. Inside. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Van Vliet.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
From deep, Johnson. Siakam pulls down the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He was really urging them to stay after it and saying, quote, "We're right there, guys. Keep playing for one another, and let's take this game." Bringing the inspiration. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Pass to Simmons. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Siakam. Fires the three. And Mikal Bridges hits from deep.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Simmons against Barnes. Outside Simmons. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat.
Matchup, the team first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Thibault in at the 3. Now, here's Bridges. And he banks in the layup.
Nimble inside play by Bridges. Working his way to a close-range shot.
Lillard scanning the floor. Grant outside. Pass to Simons. Grant sets a screen for Simons. And Nurkic has it in the corner. 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Portland is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Simons. Dinwiddie with the steal. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Simmons, a screen on Lillard. Down low, got a piece of it. Stolen by Grant. Here's Simon. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And being opportunistic there, Grant gets his hands on the ball and quickly starts the break.
And, well, over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to catch up with Brooklyn's head coach. He told me they have to lean on their post game tonight. He wants them to get the ball into the block each time down the floor and pound those guys inside. Sounds like this could be a real physical battle, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Lillard shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Now, here's Bridges to the paint. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist from Bridges.
And here's a guy who loves playing inside. Simmons can play some bully ball down low.
Here's Lillard. Now the pass to Thibault. Nurkic against Simmons. They shoot again. The rebound by the Nets.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Some solid defense from Grant. And stolen by Simmons. And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. For 3, Bridges bangs home the trifecta. Bridges has got 5 now.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
And it's Lillard missing. Brooklyn leading by 5. And the officials call a traveling violation. .127 left to play in the first. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. Dinwiddie outside. That one wide left.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Bridges. He's got 5. Simmons sets a screen for Bridges. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Lillard up top, covered by Johnson. Simons surveying the D. Grant outside. The 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Here's Simmons. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Trailblazers trail by 3. And then Lillard slams it in.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's
Your next U.S. team.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. And it's Thibault in at the small forward. Brooklyn leading by 6. They set the pick. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now on the way to the floor. Give it up for Team.
Trailblazers trail by 8.
For Team High.
Pass to Simons. Now Thibault. Lillard right side. Driving inside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Pass to Dinwiddie. To the inside. Here's Simmons. Another one falls for Brooklyn. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the two defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those two boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the two defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
Claxton no good. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard outside. Passes it to Nurkic. Double team on Nurkic. Simons finds Thibault. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Bridges passes to Johnson. Fires the 3. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thibault, the pass to Simons. Here is Lillard, defended by Bridges. Bridges against Lillard.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Here's Dinwiddie. His three-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 4. The 3 ball. And it's Lillard missing.
And he continues to cast away. But the results just haven't been there tonight.
Claxton, the basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
And Lillard gets to Nurkic. Off target from outside. Nets leading by 6. Simmons passes to Claxton. There's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Right wing. The pass to Thibault. Nurkic a screen on Johnson. Out left to the wing. Nurkic the pass to Simons. 6 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Here's Grant. No good. Shot missing. Simmons with the defensive effort. Nets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. It's tipped. Throws it up high.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Simmons a screen on Lillard. Here's Dinwiddie. Drills the three-pointer. Dinwiddie's got 10 points in the game.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. There's a screen. And it's Thibault in the corner. Clock at 6. Here's Lillard. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And we've seen Lillard take over games. Tonight, no exception. The defense has simply had no answer for this man.
Pass to Claxton. Launches a 3. That shot off. Bridges against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard with it, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 5. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got Thomas, also Seth Curry out there. O'Neal is out there with Harris. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's Curry. He kicks it to O'Neal. Curry deciding where to go with it. And the 3 ball is good. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
The Trailblazers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Curry against Johnson. Outside Thomas. Nets passing it around. 6 to shoot. O'Neal dishes to Curry. Puts it up. That one a little long.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Now here's Little. Guarded closely. Little sets a screen for Johnson. Passes it to Eubanks. It's stolen by Curry. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Richard, you were part of a Cavs team that came back from 3 games to 1 down in the NBA Finals to win the title. Remarkable. Just how hard was that to do?
Well, let me say this. I think it was the greatest championship ever. And I'm not being biased. Those are the facts. They were the defending champion. They had the 2-time MVP. They won 73 wins that year. So for me, that was the most special comeback because we played in the greatest championship of all time.
I'm assuming there was no doubt in your mind at all you would come back, correct?
That's a lie. There was tons of doubt in my mind, but I will say this. When you have a group of guys that stay together when you're down 3-1, it's because you believe in each other and we believed in ourselves.
5 to shoot. Here's Sharp. That shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Harris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Improving every season he's been in the league. Harris is quietly one of the best perimeter shooters in the game.
And Portland making a change here. Watford's checked in, and he ends up missing both free throws. Trailblazers trail by 6. Johnson outside. Driving in, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
The pass to Little. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Johnson outside. Little sets a screen for Johnson. Pass to Little. Shoots the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Now just a 1-point Nets lead.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Here's Curry with the three. The rebound by Sharp.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Team second.
Johnson against Curry. Johnson, the pass to Little. A miss that time would have put him up.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Out to Harris. There's the pick from deep. Thomas. Portland grabs the miss. 58 seconds left in the third. Pass to Watford. O'Neal with the defensive effort. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Outside Curry. Fires it up. Here's Finney Smith. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Here's Watford. O'Neal with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 3. Outside Thomas. And Curry has it in the corner. Thomas surveying the D. To the middle. Just 3 on the clock. Can't get the layup. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets out in front, up by 3. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. The offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. We'll see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Thank you, David. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Thibault in at the small forward position. Lillard misses. Brooklyn leading by 3. Knocked away. And stolen by Thibault. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Lillard, right side. Portland, no good that time either. The Nets shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Simmons passes to Claxton, and he comes up with the deuce.
And guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Bridges against Lillard. Feeds it to Grant. Kicks it out to Lillard. Bridges with the steal. Dinwiddie wide open. No good with the triple. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Nets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Passes it to Johnson. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And the Nets lead by 6.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And taken away by Johnson. Inside, here's Claxton. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And there's the pass to Simons. With the drive. Back to Nurkic. A beautiful reverse layup. Nurkic has got his first points of the game.
Love watching Nurkic set hard screens and then roll with purpose. Great job in the creativity there from the pick and roll.
Claxton, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pass to Nurkic for the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Nurkic has got 5 points now this quarter.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Kept alive, tipped away, and stolen by Thibault. Lillard against Bridges. Outside Grant. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. The dish to Dinwiddie. Simmons, a screen on Lillard. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Claxton, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Got it! And now they trail by just 4.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Dinwiddie, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Lillard, the rebound by the Nets. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Lillard against Dinwiddie. In the corner, it's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Simons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Ben Simmons. Gets the first, and that brings them within 8. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Dinwiddie. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.